All right, I got another video for you. A superstar lawyer sues LA mayor for destroying his business with stay-at-home order. We'll get into this and read this article, but I think there definitely needs to be some kind of class action lawsuit, whether it goes city to city or state to state or however it's happening. There needs to be some kind of class action lawsuit with business owners who are like determined to be non-essential and like file suit against like state governments, city governments, or county governments, because the state or the government deeming what is and isn't essential is crap. So we'll get into this one. Eric Garcetti, mega trial lawyer Mark Geragos is suing Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti over the county stay-at-home order, alleging the directive has caused a substantial drop in his law firm's business and income. 5 separate lawsuits were filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court over the mayor's executive order. The first was filed on Thursday, and 4 additional complaints were filed Friday morning. This came out a little over a week ago, April 10th. Was it Geragos is suing on behalf of his own business and several clients, naming both Garcetti and Travelers Insurance as co-defendants in the lawsuits, each of which has been obtained by Law&Crime. And this is the, I'm assuming, website that does kind of like law stuff. The high-profile attorney is also suing his individual capacity as a landlord, alleging that he's been forced to deal with unpaid rent and other related issues stemming from his tenant's cessation of use with respect to the insured premises. While the law firm's specific lawsuit concedes the firm is not itself subject to the mandatory closure order due to its status as an essential business, Geragos argues that indirect effects of the countywide lockdown have greatly limited access to the firm's office, which has suffered immensely. As a further direct and proximate result of the order, the law firm has been forced to deal with substantial loss in business traffic and client law-related business activities. One of the filings, all of which are substantially similar, reads, the lawsuits themselves include Garcetti in order to drive home the point that the mayor's executive order prohibits access to various buildings owned by Geragos and the law firm, or at least a significant limitation on such access in the case of the law firm itself, due to its status as essential business. Plaintiff faithfully paid policy premises to travelers specifically to provide additional coverages for business income and extra expense coverage in the event of business closures by order of civil authority. The complaint under the policy, insurance is extended to apply to the actual loss of business income sustained and the actual necessary and reasonable extra expenses incurred when access to the scheduled premises is specifically prohibited by the order of civil authority. Each of these complaints solely requests a declaratory judgment that Garcetti's order has either created strict prohibitions on such access or has effectively created such a prohibition due to the near succession of economic activity in Southern California. Such rulings would trigger the civil authority portion of various insurance policies purchased and kept up by Geragos and others, which are currently being denied by Travelers Insurance. Travelers has accepted the policy premiums with no intention of providing any coverage under the policy's civil authority coverage section due to a loss and shutdown from a previous pandemic. The complaint continues. In other words, the insurance company is refusing to pay out claims by insisting that the novel coronavirus COVID-19 is essentially not covered by the policies that Geragos, his law firm, and clients have been paying into for years. One of the lawsuits explained at length. The order Garcetti, in his official capacity as mayor of Los Angeles, constitutes a prohibition of access to plaintiff's insured premises. 2. The prohibition of access by the order is specifically prohibited access as defined in the policy. 3. The order triggers coverage because the policy does not include an exclusive for viral pandemic and actually extends coverage for loss or damage due to physical loss and damage including by the virus. 4. The policy provides coverage to plaintiff for any current and future civil authority closures of commercial buildings, California, due to the physical loss of damage from the coronavirus under the civil authority coverage parameters. The policy provides business income coverage in the event that coronavirus has caused a loss or damage at the insured premises or immediate area of the insured premises. You pay the insurance for decades for precisely the unthinkable, and when it happens, the insurance companies do the unconscionable, Geragos said in a statement to the Hollywood Reporter. Nope, don't. Then it kind of goes into that. We'll make it in that a little bit. Law&Crime reached out to Garcetti's office for comment on the story, but no response was forthcoming at the time of publication. You read the various complaints, and it goes through, and it actually kind of states all the legal documents and such. Like I was saying, like there needs to be some kind of class action lawsuit, and also it seems to be that he's paying insurance for something that seems to be this very thing, and they're like wanting to not cover him. So let's actually get into this. Travel's insurance hit with a wave of lawsuits over coronavirus coverage. See how long? Okay, this is pretty short. Mark Geragos and his firm Geragos and Geragos are suing, as are multiple clients. Mark Geragos and his firm, along with multiple clients, are suing Travel's insurance for initially denying coverage of their pandemic-related claims. The firm says that while it's technically an essential business and not subject to mandated shutdown, access to its downtown LA office has been greatly limited, and the company has been forced to deal with substantial loss in businesses. So it seems to be going over a lot of the same stuff, essentially, that the first article was talking about. All right. So let me know what you think here. Let's do... No. Let's try this. There we go. So... let me know what you think about this situation. Like I've already said, I think there needs to be some kind of action taken against government officials that have like overstepped their boundaries, ordering all this stuff. The fact that they can deem certain things essential and non-essential, I think, is crap. Because they can have Walmart and Target and stuff open, then they can have like smaller chains that are like, or providing the same goods, but for some reason, because they're like a small business instead of a large corporation, they can be shut down. And then there's other studies coming out that like a majority, there's a much larger amount of people that have had this, and it's either asymptomatic or they've shown like just mild symptoms, and it is changing the whole numbers to like the death toll isn't nowhere near as high percentage as they've thought before. It's like down to like 0.02%, so it's like a much lower thing than they had thought before. But yeah, that's this video. I'm tired. So if you like, you give me a like and subscribe on YouTube. If you want to, you can give me a like and follow on Facebook. Like I was saying, I have a subscribe star I'm starting to work on here. So if you want to support me, you can. Still working on t-shirts, trying to get this up as an audio podcast as well. There's some weird thing going on while I was trying to upload, and it wouldn't accept certain files. I'm trying to get that figured out at this time. But all right, that should be a relatively quick little short video about that. All right, peace.